This woman was reading a book while letting her own blood, drawing a full box. She sprinkled some on the cabinet and dumped the rest on the floor. First, she used her bare hands to create drag marks, then wiped it all clean with paper. Next, she fabricated the murder weapon by dipping a wooden stick in blood and tossing it into the fireplace to destroy it. Lighting a fireplace in July would make the clues easier to find. She was staging a murder scene, aiming to frame her hypocritical husband for the crime of killing his wife. To ensure foolproof execution, she began studying criminology, watching investigative documentaries to understand the police's specific investigation methods, and developing a plan to carry out step by step. First, she deliberately approached the neighbors and voluntarily revealed her husband's violent tendencies during conversations to establish witness testimony. Next, she created a motive by maxing out his credit cards with online gambling, quietly creating the illusion that her husband was short on money. Then, when her husband wasn't paying attention, she had him sign a high-value insurance policy in her name, setting up the motive for killing his wife to commit insurance fraud. To craft her persona, killing a pregnant wife would be a bigger headline grabber. She drained the toilet beforehand and invited her pregnant neighbor over for a visit, giving her plenty of lemon water. After the neighbor used the restroom, she collected her urine sample and took it to the hospital for testing, allowing her to establish a prenatal care record at the hospital. During the preparation period, she began meticulously fabricating a diary, rewriting Nick and Amy's story just as her parents had fanfictioned her life. It had to be a mix of truth and lies. The initial falling in love part would be true, as beautiful as a fairy tale, making the later fabricated violence even more heart-wrenching. Now, only the final step remained: she had to disappear. On their wedding anniversary, after her husband left the house, she began setting up the crime scene. She knocked over furniture, shattered glass everywhere to create the illusion of a home invasion. But she made sure to carefully prop up the picture frames, as this contradiction would arouse the police's suspicion. Afterward, she drew her own blood to stage the appearance of a body being destroyed to hide evidence. She went to an old house and partially burned the carefully prepared diary, set a new security alarm code, and left one last clue before finally setting off. Dies Subtlen Layouts. Ein Grund mehr für einen Ehemann. Wegen Mords in seiner Frau Verurteilt zu werden. Und Dan Verschwand Alien in ihrem Auto.